remove this cover. There's a bunch of push pins over here. Just use a trim tool, remove those pins. Just get underneath, slide it out just like that. Just grab the panel and slide it up. Now take these two screws out of this panel, use a 7mm socket. Now just grab this panel and just forcefully pull it out. Just like that. And you can just slide it out of your way a little bit, like that. There's a bolt in here. Remove that bolt. Use a 10mm socket. And take that bolt out. And take these two headlight bolts out. Use the same 10mm socket. And take this one out as well. And just grab the assembly and just tip it to the side a little bit. Just kind of pull out and slide it out. Disconnect the connector. Just push down on the lock tab and slide it out. When you get the new light assembly, it's a good idea to replace these bulbs. A lot of times these are test bulbs. So just twist this and slide it out. This bulb is a H11, and to disconnect the connector, you're just gonna pop this lever off and just slide it out like that. There's your bulb. To install it, slide it in position, lock it down, connect the connector. For the high beam, the procedure is going to be the same. You just twist to the left and slide it out. And the connector is going to be the same. Pull that tab and slide it off. And this bulb is an HB3. And this side marker bulb, just twist to the left. Slide that out. To take this bulb out, you just grab it and slide it right out. And this is a 194 bulb. To install the bulb, just line it up and press it in and reinstall the socket. And twist to the right. These other parking lights or turn signal lights, just twist to the left, slide them out. To pull these bulbs out, just grab the bulb and the socket and slide it right out. And this bulb is a 3157A or 3157 amber. Slide that in position, lock it back in place, then line the socket up and twist to the right. And the other one is the same procedure. Now plug the assembly in, line the connector up, and lock it down. That's good. Now we're going to slide into position. There is a little clip right here that's going to attach right there. So make sure you slide that in. Just try to get it behind the grill a little bit. And that's slide in. And put the bolts in. Now line this bolt up. If the bracket's not lined up correctly, just use a screwdriver and just pry up a little bit on it. And get that started. Now just make sure you pull back on the headlight so it's as tight up against the fender as possible and tighten that bolt down. And snug that down. And tighten these two bolts up. And snug it down. Now take this cover and just line it up. And just press it in. Looks good. And take the bolts, get the bolts started. Snug that down. Now take this cover, line it up, and put all the push pins back in. When you go to make the adjustments after you're done installing the headlights, use a Phillips head screwdriver, and the adjuster is right here. You can tighten it and loosen it based on where you need to adjust the headlight.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the axis point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.